Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel where we are going to give part 3 of our greenhouse slash high tunnel construction for January and February, and for other months as well, sowing seeds and everything. This is some of our next step for our greenhouse, and we have here 6 foot, 6.5 foot landscaping timbers, along with some just regular brick that we're going to lay across the sides of the greenhouse to kind of keep the plastic down and secure it so it can last for years to come, inshallah. So stay tuned for what we do. You do not want to miss this. So I have my area here, right here, where I have some of our recycled pots right here we used for the past few years, and a towel laid down because I am about to transfer some of our seedlings. You can see how big they're getting, and this is only a week and a half after planting, and they are getting really big. So it's time to transfer some of them into some new pots. So stay tuned. Now what my daughter's going to be doing is laying the pots out straight on this towel. Good job. Get the kids involved. They love doing this. Now right now she is going to be putting a little bit of ashes that we save for our garden to increase pH levels in your soil. So we have a bucket of ash, and we use this and mix with our soil when we do our seedlings. And some more. So we have about 6 pots to full right now. This is all ashes from wood pulp. Now we're going to fold our napkins. We're going to be putting these napkins at the bottom of the pot, just like this. Even if it's a little wet, it's okay. It's going to get wet anyway. Fold more. Bottom of the pot, just like that. And we're going to do that with all of them. So now here is how the pots look right here with the napkins in it. It's like a simple DIY. If you don't have coffee filters, you use just chlorine-free chlorine-free, chlorine-free paper towels, and that will do the same. Now let's add the ash. Alright, we're going to add a little bit to the next pot. Alright, into the next pot. Alright, add a little bit more. My daughter's doing it, so she loves doing this. So she's going to add a little bit more to this pot right here. There we go. And to the rest, and so on and so forth. There's all of our 8 pots that are filled with a little bit. We put a little bit, about 2 tablespoons of the fire ash. And so now we are going to fill these pots with soil halfway up. Before we add the soil, we are going to add a little bit of sprinkles of eggshells in each pot. It helps the plants grow. Yes, it helps the plants grow. So we are going to add that. These are some secrets that a lot of people know that we do to make our harvest and our seedlings, and we transfer them, actually produce fruit, and a lot of it. So these are little tricks of gardening that we do that is very successful in the end, inshallah. These eggshells are already crushed, washed, and cleaned, and so we use them on top of our plants to keep snails away or whatnot, or inside to give the plants calcium and give it some extra boost of nutrients naturally. This is all recycled fertilizer from your own home. I got some soil, and now we're going to fill up the pots halfway, and we're going to do it with all of them. So stay tuned. It's kind of messy over here, but dirt is dirt, right? But now we are going to simply flatten it down a little bit. There we go. We're going to do that with all of them. Cleaned up our workstation, and now she's lining it all back up so we can plant today our cabbage. Getting long and stringy, looking for light down at the bottom, because a lot of the light that we have is up on top and coming from the window from the top. So then it's stringy and leggy. So we're going to just go ahead and transfer these into these pots. Alright, so now this is the cabbage seedlings. And as you can see, they're a little bit leggy and stringy, and this is due to lack of light, enough light. But what we like to do, even if they're like this, we like to put them in, when they're stringy like this, we like to put them in the pots right here. And so even though they have some leaves, we're still, and the true leaves are actually coming out. This is taboo to some, but we like to, and this is biodegradable material. We just take this whole area apart carefully, because they're sensitive. The roots are very, very sensitive, and this is cabbage, like I said. All right, sorry, I couldn't do that with one hand, so I had to put the camera down and do it with both hands. But we take this off, and what we do, like I said, this is, you can plant this directly into your soil, and it will provide more nutrients. This is how the cabbage leaves look, and you see the true leaves that are coming up right now. So now what we're going to do is be putting in here, placing your cabbage all the way to you reach the dirt reaches up to this part of the stem. So that's what we're going to do right now. Dig a hole. Dig a hole like this, and then place our cabbage inside of the hole, trying not to put and damage the stem. We're going to put the soil on the side of the stem without damaging it, gently. My daughter's doing it so gently. They're kind of pros at it a little bit. They've been doing this for a few years now. So let's do that. All right, so we've planted our cabbage, and as you can see what I did, what we did is we put it all the way until you see that little true leaf coming. When it's stringy, we put it all the way to that leaf right there. So everything else will start rooting from the bottom, the stringy part that was really high up. But right now, this is what we do. And later on, once we plant them all in the pots, we're going to spray it down with our spray bottle. Let's do more. All right. We have planted one cabbage in each of these medium pots. As you can see, we did it like this, and did it in all 8 of them. So hopefully this will be 8 heads of cabbage, inshallah. And now what you're going to do, we're going to spray them. By the way, she's doing a very good job, alhamdulillah. And inshallah, these will grow to be really big. One thing you can do is you can actually, once these get really, really big in these pots, you can keep them in the pots. If you have a small little balcony or a porch, you can put them out on your porch in the sun. Or what we're going to do, we put them in the greenhouse outside that we are building. But you can keep them in pots, and they will grow to full size. Give them nutrients, pots. That's why we put a little bit more nutrients in pots, because we're not getting the nutrients from the soil in the ground, directly in the ground. So we put extra nutrients. But this should hold off for another about 30 days, and we add more nutrients, which is the banana fertilizer that we make. So we're going to spray these down a little bit more and put them back into our greenhouse. So this is the seedlings on top. We're going to be putting these in pots as soon as we finish up our greenhouse. High tunnel outside. Those are going to go into the high tunnel, inshallah. The cilantro is definitely ready to repot. And this is the cabbage that we just did. We're going to label them. And there's more of these that we had to plant in, some of the stringy ones. And then we planted these. Down here, this is the cabbage. And we're going to label all 8 of them. And we'll be done doing the cabbage. Alright everyone, so now we have labeled our cabbage. So we can know what plant we have. And put them all on in the pots. So stay tuned for updates, inshallah. And let's get back to our high tunnel greenhouse. Alright, so now we are back working on the greenhouse. As you all remember in our second video, we were supposed to secure the plastic down to the greenhouse. So what we're using is a little decorative method using a center block and landscaping timbers to put all the way down across the greenhouse until you get to the doors. But so far this is how it's looking, and we're adding more center blocks and landscaping timbers, and we'll show you some more after when we add more pieces. So what we do is we put this part of the landscaping timber into the center block, and then we get the other end right here. We put another center block on here, and then we put the landscaping timber right inside, and so it forms a little decorative, a little bit more fancy than big boulders on the side of your thing, and it holds it down. And we'll do that to both sides. So stay tuned, inshallah. The front where the doors are, we're going to be putting these bricks right here, simple bricks right here, and then we're going to be lining them all across the front where the entrance is. The first entrance. There's 2 entrances to this greenhouse. Like we said, there's one on that, rather blurriness, but there's one entrance on this side. And as you can see, the landscaping timbers on the outside right here. But right at this entrance and the other entrance, we're going to be putting down the red brick. As you can see, we've done this side right here. We're going to add another brick right here. We're going to add more landscaping timbers. We add some more of the red brick to the front of the door to secure the plastic. And we did the other side. So this is how it looks on the other side right here. And we have to do another row of landscaping timbers and the center blocks on top. All right, everyone. So far we are complete the tying down and the securing the plastic down so it won't move as much in the wind. Made it a little bit more decorative with landscaping timbers and cinder blocks. Instead of the red brick, we actually put the center blocks because it's more heavier, and plus it helps the plastic more. Now we did this side as well. You see the bricks we use instead. We're gonna buy some more bricks to just line it across the whole area right here. And they're cheap, only $20 for like 20 of them. So, and even less than $20. So we can buy more bricks for inexpensive, less than $20. And this is the back here. This is the back area, and we're gonna take you all in for a peek in the inside. The windows are still open, so if any holes by chance get in these greenhouses, these type of greenhouses or high tunnels, you want to buy some landscaping or greenhouse tape. This really heavy tape that helps secure and keep your thing from getting a hole, to patch up holes. So basically this is how the inside looks, how it looks on the inside. We have some lights set up. We don't have them on yet because we still have to get tables and all. But as you can see, this is how the greenhouse looks so far. Alhamdulillah. A lot more things to put out in here. Like you said, we are going to inshallah be putting the poultry netting and some bird netting right here, just to secure animals. We're going to clean up all this area, rake and everything, to make this area a little bit more flat, possibly add more rocks. Then we have our little hanging things that we hang on the top here. We're going to use zip ties to attach them, and then we're going to have the hanging plants going across here. So we have all of these, and so stay tuned. But this is the completion of the greenhouse on the outside and securing it. Next order of business, inshallah, is getting our plants from the house, like you showed earlier, our seedlings, into the greenhouse. What we also did is we hung our hanging areas, and we need some hanging plants or something to assist some plants. We hung these on the end right here. So we have one right there, one right here, and then we also have, we hung our light. This is very, very bright. It makes a lot of the greenhouse, even this size, a very big greenhouse, high tunnel, warm. And we hung one right here, and then we hung right there and there. And so we're going to continue raking out and then lay some of our chicken wire. Alright, so now what we're doing, we're just clearing out the inside of the ground of the greenhouse by just raking a pile of leaves / compost. So now what we're doing in the greenhouse, we are laying down some heavy landscaping material. So this will keep out some weeds, inshallah. You're going to still get some weeds over time, but for now we're going to be laying this down first, and then we're going to be, inshallah, putting down the chicken wire over the landscaping material. Alright, so far we laid out the landscaping material throughout the whole ground of the greenhouse, except this one area where we're going to be putting some of our pots right here. But so next thing we are going to do, inshallah, we're going to lay some of this chicken wire. This is just to keep it weed free and animal free. We are rolling out the chicken wire right over the landscaping material. So the greenhouse, alhamdulillah, high tunnel is complete, and with the full siding and the front bricks at the end. So we're going to go on the inside. I'm going to show you how we laid down the chicken wire and hold it down. And we have one more to put on this side. And so, but this is how it looks so far. Stay tuned for updates and when we plant and put our things inside of a greenhouse, inshallah.